Drivers, start your engine!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the BORA FedEx Amateur Series Season 4, Race Number 9. This is the LCQ from Chicagoland. Top 7 will advance into the race. This is, I believe, the first time the Amateur Series has been to Chicagoland. It's had a complete reconfiguration. They've added a ton of banking. 7 drivers will make it in. On pole, you got Kyle Mest, to his outside is Kenneth Graves. You got Alexander Russell and Riley Spurley. Ansel Meadows, Paul Wright, Caitlin Winters, and there's also Ryan King up there. You got Dakota Owens, Al Hunter, Carlos Wood, Matt Flood, and James Marks. Green flag is out here at Chicagoland. Should be a really fun race from what I saw in practice. Alexander Russell actually peeked to the inside there. He didn't have a good enough restart to make it 3 wide, but he sure was looking. Kyle Mest in that Wheelin' RCR Chevy, starting on pole. Caitlin Winters already going to the inside of the 9. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Ooh, Riley Spurley's got moved by Paul Wright. 3 wide mid-pack. These guys are just now getting up to speed fully. 192 miles an hour on this 1.5-mile racetrack. Caitlin Winters going to peek to the inside of Alexander Russell, getting into turn 3. Ooh, Al Hunter's right on her quarter panel, nearly shoving her up the racetrack, coming to lap 3 of 14. This race is going to go by quick. You got to put yourself in a good position. Ooh, Kyle Mest nearly getting into Alexander Russell there. That would have caused a big crash. Now Al Hunter to the lead. Carlos Wood second. James Marks in that Pontiac third. Alexander Russell forcing his way 3 wide, nearly getting into both the 65 and the 27. Alexander Russell really desperation mode to make this race. Oh, he got a good run off turn 4. He's forcing his way up the middle yet again. They're about to be 3 wide for the lead. Carlos Wood backed out of it. It's now Ryan King in the 41. Oh, 3x3. Matt Flood going for the lead, bringing Paul Wright. Dakota Owens with him. Kenneth Graves going from the middle to the inside right in front of Riley Spurley. A lot of bumping and banging down the backstretch. Man, look at this pack. This is absolutely insanity. Will anyone try making it 4 wide? We haven't seen it yet. Riley Spurley and Kenneth Graves nailing each other. Look at this pack come flying by this packed house. Oh, man, Alexander Russell nearly getting into Matt Flood there. There was contact. Very lucky that didn't cause a bigger incident than it did. Dakota Owens and Paul Wright having a drag race down the backstretch. Kyle Mest now 3 wide. Riley Spurley on the very inside. Oh, Paul Wright up into the marbles. Lucky he didn't get bent out of shape there. Dakota Owens leading. He's had an awful rookie campaign in that JGR Camry. Riley Spurley looking for the lead. Here comes Ansel Meadows. The pack is kind of calming down a little bit, thankfully. A lot of racing to go. The 42 nearly getting to the 65. If there was contact there, that could have just gave the 65 a tire rub. Ooh, James Marks going to make it 4 wide. Oh, and there they go. Caitlin Winters, your pole sitter, Kyle Mest. Luckily, I don't think there's a lot of damage on that 65. They're not racing back. We'll be right back to see what just happened. Watching Caitlin Winters in that 65 car. To the 42 drift of the track, 27 peaked to the inside. Just 31 Kyle Mest came down a little bit. I think they would have been fine had he stayed up top. So the 42 and the 65 are beating and banging. Oh, they met halfway. The 65 came up just as much as 31 went down. Oh, pretty hard hit there. We're going to go on board Alexander Russell here. See what he's seen in that 43 car. Wow. We'll be back for the restart. Pace car pulls off. Nobody DNF'd off that wreck. They're going to have 4 to go when they come green. Come to the green. Ansel Meadows is your leader. Kenneth Graves second. Riley Spurley third. Al Hunter fourth. Dakota Owens fifth. James Marks sixth. And Ryan King rounding out your final transfer position. 4 to go. It's a Junior Motorsports Joe Gibbs Racing 1-2. Riley Spurley got hung out to dry up top. That'll work about a lap or so from now, but you don't want that to happen on the restart. Especially not 1 and 2. 3 and 4, okay, maybe. You're somewhat up to speed by then. Wins Prize 84 got a good run here. Oh, no, he didn't. 3 to go. Kenneth Graves peek into the lead. They're already 2 by 2 throughout the pack. I don't remember the last time both Chip Ganassi cars made the race here in the Amateur Series. Could happen today as Al Hunter and Ryan King side by side for second. Dakota 3 wide with Carlos Wood and Anselm Meadows. The 9 was your leader on the restart, and coming to the line, he won't even be in the top 7. 3 wide in the back. That is 4. It looks like 8th outside the transferring positions. As now the 18 is on the bubble spot. Or actually, no, the 43 is. Ooh, nearly contact. Oh, coming to the white flag. Kenneth Graves got shoved way up the track. That right there could force him to miss the race. Oh, nearly getting turned by Riley Spurley. White flag is out here in the LCQ. I apologize if your kid's crying. I have the whiniest little siblings in the world. I tell you what. Alexander Russell, who is nearly caught up in that crash. Here he is coming for the lead on the last lap. To the inside of Paul Wright. Three wide for the lead almost. Paul Wright going to get dropped to the back. We could have ourselves a photo finish here in the LCQ. I don't know who won. Wow. Anselm Meadows steals it from Alexander Russell. We'll be right back to look at your official results. Alright, you got the winning photo up on the top right. Your official top 7 goes Anselm Meadows with the win. And you got Alexander Russell, James Marks, Paul Wright, Carlos Wood, Riley Spurley, and Matt Flood all making it. With 2 laps to go, I said, I don't remember the last time both Chip Ganassi racing cars were in the race. They were running side by side for second. A lap and a half later, neither of them are in it. Those who will miss, you got Al Hunter, Dakota Owens, Ryan King, Kenneth Graves, Kyle Mest, and Caitlin Winters. We'll be back for the amateur race.
Drivers, start your engines.
Alright, and here we go. On pole, you got last week's winner, Damian Stone, getting his 4th pole of the season. To his outside is Daniel Williams. Then you got the points leader, Gustav Odenberg and Richard Sweet. Then you got Scott Ford and Paul Wright. Got Glenn Dewitt and Alexander Russell. Keith Stevens and David Cervantes. Joshua Wilhelm and Weiss von Schmidt. Danny Coffey and Landon Finway. Anselm Meadows and Stacy Wilhelm. Vincent Marsh and Daniel Gittero. Riley Spurley and Anakin Swanson. Coming into today, Gustav Odenberg has a 5-point lead over Caitlin Wilhelm and Ty Morrow. They are tied for second. That's not important right now. Green flag is out. 41 laps at Chicagoland. If you skipped the LCQ, we just had a photo finish in that. So I expect nothing less for this one. Nothing less. Nothing less. Wow, the 77 did not get going. He's going to be taking 3 wide. The 21 and the 33 just blew by him. We had a very good LCQ race. So hopefully this race is just as good. The 2 of Richard Sweet leaning on Daniel Williams. Daniel looking for a solid points day here today. Along with Richard Sweet, I suppose. Everyone actually is, I guess, but... Ooh, Gustav Odenberg, your points there. You can get that extra bonus point for going, taking the lead and leading the lap. Damian Stone is, I think, 5th in points. And he's got a lot of momentum coming. 4 poles. He's got a win now. Gustav knows he needs to do everything possible to keep that 21 in his rearview mirror. Oh, man, look at this pack. 3 by 3 for the lead. Gustav's going to get hung out to dry. Keith Stevens. Let's get up there and lead lap number 2. Here comes Joshua Wilhelm in the 32. Danny Coffey in the 16. Peek into the inside. He's going to slightly move the 32 up out of the way. Coming with Danny Coffey is the 9. Anselm Meadows, your LCQ winner. Daniel Williams getting turned around. Marcus Sachi nearly got a piece of it. Oh, man, everyone almost escaped that squeaky clean. Madison Towell. I saw someone else with heavy damage. Oh, Ryan Winters in the 60. Danny Coffey will be your leader. We'll be back to check out what just happened. Watching Daniel Williams. He was running inside the top 10. Looks like Paul Wright and Marcus Sachi just attacked 4 wide. And I just ran out of racing room. Don't really know whose fault that would be considered. Oh, man. Everyone almost had it missed. I think somehow the 64 of Stanley Winters just missed that. He was running last, so. Let's see, everyone's checking up. Oh my gosh, how did he just miss that? Put it in slow motion. The contact's about to happen. He definitely got a little piece of it. It shouldn't affect him at all. We'll be back for the restart. Pace car's getting ready to pull off. You can see who DNF'd. You got Madison Towell, Ryan Winters, Daniel Williams. Man, I just said he was looking for a good points day, and he gets 40th. And Derek Hamill actually DNF'd at one point. I'm not exactly sure how or when that happened. He might have got involved in that wreck. I just didn't notice. But Ansel Meadows is your leader, lap 8 of 41. Everybody did pit. Danny Coffey is pretty far back. In fact, he's 17th. Stanley Winters, who was last when that wreck started, he's 18th. So, very interesting strategy. I'm not sure if people take 2 tires or not, but I don't know. We shall see, I suppose. Here comes Vincent Marshall. I'm talking way too fast today. Vincent Marshall looking to the inside of Ansel Meadows. They have time to battle because 3rd place is pretty far back. Scott Ford, and he's coming in a hurry with Keith Stevens. I just see a spin in the tribal. I did not. Stanley Winter, or Stacy Wilhelm, excuse me. I thought she missed it, but she apparently did not. She lost her hood. Ooh, Carl Scholes in the 92. I jinxed him at Bristol multiple times last week, but that only Nissan in the field, and here he's inside the top 5. As your points leader, Gustav Owenberg in the 33. Trying to extend that points lead today. Ooh, man. There's a 27 for Tom Brady Motorsports, one of the few Pontiacs in the field. Just a rumor right now, but one of the big unknown sources in BORA told me that a big team in BORA is switching to a Pontiac next season. Unconfirmed of who the team is. Just know it would shake BORA to its roots if this team does indeed switch to Pontiac. So there's something to keep an eye out in the weeks to come. 3 wide. Here comes Forrest Winters in the 71. Keith Stevens got pushed up the track pretty good there. Oh boy, Matt Flood nearly run out of racing room. Excuse me. Jaden Smith leading that lap, or Jaden Scott. Wow. Caitlin Wilhelm, the 45. Your Daytona. Is there a caution? There's a caution. Wow, we'll be back. This is a really long crash. They're coming up turn 4 right now. Hayden Meadows, Steve Love, Wies von Schmidt, and Landon Finway. They all just get stuck together. I don't know what happened. Someone's mad at someone. Oh, yeah. Man, that 17 hit hard, man. Yeah, really long crash. I don't really know what that was about. We'll be back for the restart. That was not the only crash. Here we go. Daniel Colt in the 13 going to get hooked by the 90 of Wilhelm Scholes. Oh, and Anakin Swanson hard hit by that 3 car, man. He was minding his own business. He had nothing to do with this. He's running back there in 37th. You see the spin take place. Oh, and he checked up, just not in time. We're back for the restart. And the pace car's getting ready to pull off. You see who retired off that one. Yeah, Hayden Meadows, Wilhelm Scholes, Daniel Colt, who was just outside the top 10 in points, and then Anakin Swanson. Keith Stevens is actually a lap down. He was running up there towards the front. Gustav Odenberg pulled strategy there, took 2 tires. Everyone else took 4. So 33. Interesting strategy by your points leader. He's got a win. He won Talladega a couple weeks ago, so he's in the chase. And he's out here just trying to mix it up. 3-car breakaway for now. Your Nashville winner, Steve Mullins, running 4th. Ansel Meadows, man, this might be his best chance to get a win all season. He won the LCQ in a photo finish, and he's been consistently in the top 5 today. Keith Stevens having problems with his car. He's coming out of the pits. Gustav led that lap. He's already got the bonus point for leading a lap. It's now Jaden Scott. Going to the lead. Here comes Steve Mullins. Ansel Meadows, Forrest Winter. Remember, the 33 took 2 tires. So he's going to start dropping like a rock, would be my guess. I feel like that's a good assumption to make. Steve Mullins going to go up there and try leading the lap. Since his win at Nashville, he wasn't really competitive before or after. So, but he absolutely dominated that race. I think he led almost every lap. And in convincing fashion, 3 wide for second. Ooh, man, that 27, he's really bad in points. He's not in the top 35. That's why he has to keep doing the LCQs. He's one of the few Pontiacs, and it's a startup team, so he's the lowest ratings possible. But here he is consistently in the top 10 today. And he nearly clipped the 48. Alexander Russell not giving a lot of room to the 27. Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. Was there another crash? Or are these guys just... No, they're just green flag pitting. Matt Flood is your leader, last week's winner. Damian Stone and your pole sitter. At 21, he fell way back, and he's worked his way back up to the front. Where will Keith Stevens go? Who will he block? The 43 got below the 21. That might actually help the 21 in the long run here. Oh, no. Damian's going to get held up big time. Is Alexander Russell going to the lead, bringing Dylan Ebrahimian, Richard Sweet, Caitlin Wilhelm, and Joshua Wilhelm with him. Oh, Damien tried cutting underneath the 82, nearly got clipped by the 24 in the process. Oh, man, Keith Stevens, he's a weapon tonight. Alexander Russell just, lost all momentum there. 3 wide for third. Richard Sweet going for the lead. Joshua Wilhelm with a huge run behind that number 2. Here comes Mario Ramos in the 20. Glenn Dewitt the 22. A lot of guys we haven't talked about yet. They're showing their faces here halfway through. But Gustav Unberg, even with the 2 tires, he started falling back big time. And he used the lap car as a pick to gain a ton of positions. There was nearly a contact there between the 45. Oh, and a huge crash. Stephen Mullins airborne. A crazy hard hit. They have not raced back yet. Unbelievable hit. Oh my gosh. Ty Morrow's in it. He's tied for second in points. That was a terrible hit. Oh, there's Wies von Schmidt. Richard Sweet's going to ride the very outside to get by. Danny Coffey's going to use this as prime opportunity to pass a bunch of cars. Glenn Dewitt is your leader. We'll be right back to see what just happened. Just because he's the first one I noticed. Steve Mullins in the 10. Now Carl Scholes washed up the track and just hooked him. Same thing we saw with Daniel Colt earlier. Oh man, when you're in the grass, you can't slow that car down. Really hard hit with Riley Spurley and Ty Morrow. Unbelievable hit. On board that 00. He sees a spin happening, and at this point he can't see him. He's about to get blindsided. Oh my gosh, what a hit. That is actually crazy. Gosh. Golly. Crazy. We'll be back for the restart. Green flag is out. Nearly missed the start there. You can see Ty Morrow, Steve Mullins, and Riley Spurley have all DNF'd off that crash. 28 cars remain in lead lap. Richard Sweet is your leader. The 82 of Keith Stevens. I don't know if he's off the pace or not. He's multiple laps down for whatever issues he was having. He nearly squeezed the 2 of Richard Sweet up into the wall there. Jaden Scott going to try looking to the inside. Oh, and he went for the inside. Danny Coffey was already there, nearly turning the 48. Ooh, a little more contact. 3 wide through the tribal for the lead. Jaden Scott did lead that lap. Here comes Pretty Shaw on the 44, showing his face for the first time all day. The only 2 Pontiacs I believe in the field right now are in the top 5. First time all season that's happened. Pretty Shaw for Bobby Labonte Racing. James Marks for Tom Brady Motorsports. Then you got Glenn Dewitt, the 22, and one of the best cars on track. Sorry about that. Someone knocked on my door. Anyways, the only 2 Pontiacs in the series running side by side for the lead. The 27 of James Marks, if he leads this lap, could be his first lap led of his career. I apologize to my mom. She's like, I don't know, losing her mind right now. But 12 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Glenn Dewitt's trying to ruin this Cinderella story. Oh man, Richard Sweet nearly tagged the 22. Oh boy, the 33 of Gustav Odenberg nearly turning himself off the nose of the 45. Glenn Dewitt to the top spot. 11 laps to go now. Oh, Steve Love come out of the pits. We're going to catch him in a hurry. I'm not sure what happened with the pack. I don't know if they got held up behind a lap car on the start, but it really got separated fast. Oh, Steve Love's pulling back into the pits. At this point, you might as well just call it a day. Richard Sweet back up to the top spot. Here comes your Daytona winner, Caitlin Wilhelm, up to second. Then you had Danny Coffey in fourth. Oh, Purdy Shaw back up into the top 5 now. Caitlin Wilhelm looking to the inside of Richard Sweet down the backstretch. A lot of those guys in that second pack are hoping for a caution fast. 10 cars up in this pack. Caitlin Wilhelm taking the lead. Richard Sweet got a pretty decent run off turn 4. Gustav Odenberg back up into the top 5, making it 3 wide for third. He's got the position. Joshua Wilhelm as well in the 32. Oh, Richard Sweet got right up on the spoiler of the 45 and just pushed her up the track. Less than 10 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Been a great race thus far. The return to Chicagoland has been successful, I'd say. They're going to catch... Did I just see a car on the grass? Oh, it must have been James Marks. I don't know what happened. What a save, though. They're about to catch Rias von Schmidt in a hurry. Where will he go? Closing in at about 30 miles an hour faster. Pretty Shaw up to third and going for second. Oh, Rias von Schmidt putting the leader in the wall. Oh my gosh, Richard Sweet probably needs a change of underwear after that one. Goodness gracious. Pretty Shaw going up to the lead. Oh, but they got Stacy Wilhelm up there now. Jaden Scott looking to the inside. Trying to get his first career win at Hendrick Motorsports. He's had an awful season thus far. Gustav Odenberg, 1 Talladega. He is your points leader. 6 laps to go. Can he win another one? I believe that'd be 2 out of 3. But they're catching Stacy Wilhelm real fast. Oh man, the 27 of Jack Marks. He got held up again. He had a strong top 10 run going, and now he's well outside the top 10. Ooh, Gustav Odenberg doing a little crossover on Jaden Scott coming off turn number 4. Oh, and Jaden's going to get held up. At that point in the tribal, you can't just jump to the outside because the wall will catch you real fast. It's a 2-car breakaway, 5 laps to go. Richard Sweet, after getting held up and nearly getting destroyed, back up to third. I don't think they're going to have lap traffic again. Glenn Dewitt trying to get his first career amateur series, first career amateur series win. He's right up on the back bumper of the 33. 4 laps to go. Glenn Dewitt is there. He just can't really get a run. He's looking to the inside. As soon as they get side by side, that's going to bring the 2 of Richard Sweet up there. Possibly even Danny Coffey. Steve Love coming off on track. Hopefully that doesn't hold anybody up. Looks like it could hold up Damian Stone. I'm not sure. Apologize about the kid. Glenn Dewitt to the lead. 3 laps to go. Richard Sweet's there. With them battling, look at the run Danny Coffey's getting. Or Joshua Wilhelm. The 82 is a lap down. Jaden Scott, after getting held up, he could still get up there if they keep battling the way they are. He just can't get held up by the 82 again. I think he'll catch him. I don't know if he'll be able to get the win. Richard Sweet to the lead. 3 wide for third almost. Gustav Odenberg back at it. I apologize about the kids, if you guys can hear them. Oh god, I just like freaking headbutted my mic. Danny Coffey getting up to second. 3 wide for fourth. Coming to the white flag. I love how the kids get quiet right at the best part of the race. White flag is in the air for Richard Sweet. Joshua Wilhelm running second. Oh, Jaden Scott's back up there in third. How about his teammate Matt Flood in fourth? We added a photo finish in the Amateur Series race. Looks like we could have another one here today. Even though the Amateur Series race was today as well. Oh, side by side for first, side by side for third. Matt Flood trying to be a spoiler. Coming off turn number 4, it's not going to matter. Joshua Wilhelm is victorious at Chicagoland. What a finish. We are definitely going to come back to Chicagoland soon. What a race. goodness, that was awesome. We'll be back to your official results. Alright, you got the winning photo up on the top right. Your official top 10 goes. Joshua Wilhelm with his first career win. Then you got Matt Flood second. Then you got Richard Sweet, Jaden Scott, Glenn Dewitt, and fifth. Your points leader coming in, Gustav Odenberg sixth. Then you got Pretty Shaw, Damian Stone, Danny Coffey, and Kyle Kesey for Kesey Motorsport rounds out your top 10. Notables outside the top 10. Davis Avantis 13th. Vincent Marsh 15th. Alexander Russell 18th. Carl Scholes in the only Nissan got 23rd. James Marks, after having such a good race, gets 25th. Marcus Sacchi 27th. And you can see where everyone else finished. Tough break for those who DNF'd. That was this race. Tomorrow will be the Call of Duty Premier Series race. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. As always, see you guys next time. Goodbye.
He said, boy, can you make fans stand and scream your name? Have you hit him in the ass, never let off the gas till you rode into victory lane? He said, boy, do you know how it feels when you're running 3 wide? 'Cause if you're Daytona bound, let me wonder you're in for a ride.